Now, my main focus point today is about an important topic. Because as immigration rates are set to decline, how is that going to impact the US economy? According to Goldman Sachs, immigration is set to fall by about 750,000 immigrants annually, below the 2021 to 2023 surge, but slightly under the pre-pandemic norm. According to this report, GDP impact will be modest. Slowdown is projected to reduce potential GDP by about 30 to 40 basis points. The labor market also should, according to this report, not really have much as of an effect, or rather there shouldn't be as much of an effect on the labor market, given that the conditions are far more balanced now than they were coming out of the COVID pandemic. Unemployment, therefore, is likely to remain unchanged, maybe even decline slightly, with still strong job openings and low layoff rates continuing to support what has been a very long-running, robust labor market. And that's just about legal immigration. That's about green card holders. Now, a major crackdown on unauthorized workers, if implemented, could displace a lot of jobs, especially those who are unlikely to supply answers to these labor surveys and therefore are harder to track. So what sectors are most affected by this? Well, we have agriculture, construction, food processing. About 15 to 20% of the workforce of those three categories are undocumented immigrants. The effect of this likely being labor shortages, production delays, price spikes, especially at the grocery store. Now, it's important to note that Goldman Sachs' report is based upon what I would call moderate enforcement. It does warn that harsher Trump-era enforcement could reduce immigration further, increasing economic disruption by quite a bit. Now, it's likely that we have more harsh enforcement than we have in the past, right? That was what the president ran on. Congress is likely to allocate about $100 billion in order to enforce immigration laws just later this year and expand border control protections. But it's also important to note that how critical it is for our economy to have immigrants legally coming into this country to work here. You know, one of the reasons why, if you look back on the post-COVID era, yes, inflation in this country was high, but one of the reasons why we recovered quicker than a lot of other countries was because of the strength of the labor market. And so it's important to understand this moving forward when making your finance and investment decisions. Should it be a more moderate path, about 750,000 annually less in immigration? Well, the economic picture is probably going to be as stable as it would at previous numbers. Should it increase? Should it become harsher? Should it become wider? Should it become larger? That could certainly upend what has been a pretty robust growing economy post-COVID.